Preface to Lyrical Ballads. The Poetic Process. Good poetry, according to Wordsworth, is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. But if it is only this, how can it be reconciled with his own assertion that it is clothed in a selection of language really used by men with meter superadded? Wordsworth, however, later modifies his statement and says, "I have said that poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility. The emotion is contemplated till by a species of reaction. The tranquility gradually disappears, and an emotion kindred to that which was before the subject of contemplation is gradually produced and does itself actually exist in the mind." Apparently, the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings and emotion recollected in tranquility are opposed to each other, the one coming on all of a sudden and the other deliberately recalled to memory. Somehow, Wordsworth reconciles the two, and he appears rather unsatisfactorily to explain the one in terms of the other. The Poetic Process. The process of creation has the following stages. First one, the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings at the sight of something or someone. For example, the daffodils or the solitary reaper. No poetic composition takes place at this stage. Second, the recollection of these objects in tranquility. That is, the objects are recalled in moments of calm contemplation. Third stage, the emotion originally aroused by the sight is recreated in contemplation as nearly as possible till it overpowers the mind completely. It must be noted that the evocation of the past emotion reappears only as a kindred and not identical with what was in the past. Finally, these are expressed in poetry. When the poet finds an object, there will be a sensory experience for him and some emotions will be generated in his mind, but no poetic composition at that time. Later, when the poet takes rest, when his mind is in the tranquil state, calm state, the memories of his experience come into his mind. At that time, his mind will be filled with an emotion which is almost near or almost similar to the one that he had experienced, and at that time he starts to write poem, and that is completed. Later, when a reader goes through the work, the reader too will have the same kind of emotion in his mind which was experienced by the writer. Although Wordsworth gives pride of place to imagination and sensibility, he never neglects craftsmanship or technique. On the other hand, he does acknowledge the role of consciousness, reflection and judgment in the making of a poem. In fact, his own poems are the result of constant and meticulous revisions.